Hello all and welcome to my 23rd water review for YouTube. Today is Friday, July 6, 2018, and today I am doing a donation water to the channel. I am doing Ice River Green Spring Water. A Canadian company founded in 1995. This company is all about sustainable recycling. So they found that green plastic is not as desired as clear plastics, and so most of the recycled plastic that's green ends up going into the landfill anyways because nobody wants it. So they decided to design their bottles using the green plastic, hence the name Ice River Green. So they created what's called a closed loop recycling method, where they keep reusing the bottles that are recycled over and over again in a closed loop. The Ice River Green website is basic, but it has all the information you need. They talk about their environmental awareness that they're doing, their initiatives, and also their social initiatives. So they donate to community programs and school environmental studies programs, as well as they donate to the hospital as well, the local hospital. There are springs that they collect their water from all across Canada and the United States. This bottle in particular comes from a spring in La Chute, Quebec. And just overall, really good water. Going on to bottle design and materials, the plastics used in the bottle are not the best, and the cap itself is also not great. The label itself is made out of a thin plastic and is only glued at one point, so it is rather wrinkly. And the design is basic, but not particularly attractive in any way. They do, however, have a mineral and nutrition facts table, which has quite a bit of information on it. They also mention the source and the TDS as well, total dissolved solids. In Ice River Green, there is 205 ppm of total dissolved solids. They have quite a bit of sulfate. Also, this is a harder water, so it's got a lot of calcium and magnesium. There's also a little bit of salt, sodium, as well as chlorine. So I'm sure we'll get a lot of interesting smelling and tasting notes. Now, I took our smelling glass home with me the other day, so I do not have it with me, but I did order more. So hopefully by the next water review we will have our signature Glencairn smelling and tasting glass back, but I will do my best with what I have. Yeah, so you definitely get a little bit of that sulfate smell to it. And the chlorine and the sodium also do come through. I'm not the biggest fan of those smelling notes, but I'm assuming they'll come through on the taste as well, so let's see. Yes, this is a very soft mouthfeel water. And it's this combination of sulfate and chlorine and sodium that just produces this kind of filmy feeling when you drink it. I don't know, I always describe it as like, it tastes like you're drinking the bottle that it came out of. It's got like kind of a plasticky feel to it. Yeah, you definitely get a little bit of that sodium, and the chlorine comes through as well, which I'm not a huge fan of. It definitely is not as bad as Nestle Pure Life, which tastes quite salty and quite like chlorine-y, but these tasting notes just aren't really my cup of tea. So, short review as well, again this week. Not a whole lot to say about Ice River Green, but going through my scoring, for company history and interestingness, they did a great job. I like the environmental and social initiatives of Ice River Green, and also the backstory. They had a ton of information on their website about their history and the cause that they're going for and all the initiatives that they donate to and work with. So overall, really great website, and that's why they get a full 2.5 out of 2.5 points for company history and interestingness. In terms of bottle though, they lose a lot of points. The bottle and label and cap materials are really not good. So I struggle to give them 1 point here. I do like, the label is very basic, but they do include the nutrition facts and mineral tables, and so that's why they get the 1 point, but overall, really not great. They definitely are being environmentally friendly here. They are not using any more plastic than they need to in this bottle design. So 1 point out of 2.5 points for bottle design and materials. In terms of taste, they really do not do that great either here. The smelling notes are not great, in my opinion. I'm really not a fan of the whole chlorine, sodium sulfate smell. And then the taste just really mirrored that as well, not great. I'm not a huge fan of these flavors, and the mouthfeel isn't that great either. It's very soft. So both of that not great for me. So 1.5 out of 4 points for taste. In terms of value, this was a donation water, so it did not cost me anything. However, I have seen this at the grocery store, and I know for a fact it is extremely cheap. You can buy a 24-pack of these half-liter bottles for $2 or $3. So for value, it gets 1 out of 1 point. Tallying up the score, we get 6 out of 10 points. Not bad, but I believe that it's mostly the value and company history and interestingness that's helped propping up the score here, because the bottle design and taste and just being a general water overall isn't that great. So overall, I don't think I can recommend Ice River Green. If you really care about the environment or helping causes, then I'd go with something like Earth Water, like what I reviewed last week. But yeah, not bad. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. My Evian water review is killing it. It's over 300 views at this point, and San Benedetto, I believe, is also getting close to 200. So thank you all for watching those ones. Also, Borjomi, for some reason, is quite popular. I guess a lot of you Georgians are a big fan of my water reviews. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.